Hello everybody, I guess this is part 8 of the investment property renovation. For any of those that are still tagging along, you'll see this one here in a moment. But before I start this clip out, I want to see some comments from you guys on what you, for lack of a better word, what you hate the most. What really gets under your skin and bugs you. I'm going to tell you my top 2 and then show you the new front runner that's coming up in this clip. First and foremost, the thing I despise the most, as oddly as it may sound, is glitter. I cannot stand glitter. It gets on you, you can't get it off. I've had one time where I had a piece of clear glitter in my eyeball, scratching me all to pieces, and it was very difficult to find it and get it out. So I just cannot stand that. Second down the list, packing peanuts, the polystyrene variety. I can't stand those things either. You know, buy something off eBay or wherever else and it comes and you're like, okay, great, it finally came, I've been waiting for it, and you open it up like it's Christmas morning and I see those packing peanuts and it just sucks the life out of me. You have to dig around to try to get the thing out without making a mess, and then before you can get into what you're wanting to play with, your new toy so to speak, you've got to clean up all these peanuts. Can't stand those either. So you're getting ready to see my new arch nemesis, my new hatred. It's going to be 1 or 2 depending on which one I see next, glitter or this. So drop me some comments on what you guys totally despise. I'm curious. Take care. Thanks for watching and good luck. Well, alright, we're removing the vinyl flooring off the slab here. And let me tell you, this is some tough stuff. It's such a poor quality, if there's such a thing in vinyl flooring, I don't know, but the top layer of this is super thin and I can't separate it from the paper layer in order to saturate the paper layer and get it off a little bit more easily. You know, but I'm using this scraper on this rotary hammer, and this stuff is on here like nothing you've ever seen. I mean to tell you, we could have an all-out full-scale nuclear deployment and the only thing left on the planet would be some roaches and this piece of flooring right here. I'm serious. This is taking forever to get up and a lot of work. I've tried everything, but this is the best tool I've got for it. It's just taking a super long time. And then after we get it up to a certain degree, we are hitting it with a steamer and letting it sit to soften up the paper and then the glue that's down, and then actually coming back in with an angle grinder with a twisted cut brush on it, and it's doing a fine job of taking the glue up. But this stuff is spawned by demons. I mean to tell you, it is horrible. I can't wait to get this all up and move on. Well, I was pulling out this tasty stove here so I could get the rest of this flooring up, and so I was disconnecting the gas to pull it out, and I just wanted to show you what I discovered here. This is kind of an FYI to DIYers. You can see this pipe nipple right here. This is just a standard black pipe nipple, and this is the gas line that feeds the stove. This is a flared fitting. See how it's flared on the end? That's an improper connection. That will not seal up properly, and there's tons of tape on here like they were trying to get it to stop. It should have a fitting like this. That's a flared fitting, and hopefully you can see how nice that fits on there, and it makes a nice seal when you tighten this up. This is in essence what they had going in it, just a flat surface like this. That's not good, you know. And this is something a lot of DIYers would do, of course, if they want to change out their stove. It's just plugging it in and making a gas line connection like this if it's natural gas over electric. But just one more thing, you know, to note, to do a little bit of homework on and put these things together safely. Now, it may not have been leaking enough to cause any problems, if it even was leaking after they put that much tape on there, but using a fitting like this, you don't use a sealer. You just stick it on there and tighten it up. The flare does the sealing. Alright, well I finally got all of it torn up in here. I just kind of wanted to show the progressive stages on, you know, how we're attacking this for general information for somebody else if they ever run into one that is this difficult. First and foremost, I came in with that scraper and got the majority of it off down to the glue. There's a little bit of paper still holding on here and there. So once we get that stage complete, then basically we're using a steamer, but super hot water, and we're letting it sit and soak in and kind of soften up the paper and the glue that was left behind. Then, like I said, we're coming in with a cup brush on an angle grinder and basically turning it into a very quick slurry. And then after we complete that stage, we come in and we do a cleanup. This is still a little wet, but hopefully you can see how good everything looks right here. It's not really hard. The hardest part was getting the stuff off. This stuff is just time consuming. You know, and you can do it all by hand, scrapers. You know, try to get the top layer off if you can. Maybe using a heat gun or something like that to pull it up, because it's quite brittle when it gets old. But this, like I said, I couldn't do it on this. It would not come loose off the substrate. And then get down to the paper, saturate, and start picking away at it, and you can get this stuff off if you want.